Good evening, Chief Justice Zondo. To the leadership of ATF, good evening. To the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to speak to one of my heroes. I am the Managing Director. My name is Jacques van Wyk from JJL Forensic Services. We are the people out in the front line, doing the investigations, getting threatened and getting killed, so that those cases that was heard before Zondo Commission can see justice for the people of South Africa. So when I was introduced as the money man, that's a good one, that's a good joke. Because, you know, my joke was, I wanted to tell a joke and then got legal counsel on it and got advised against it. But I'll go for the money man one, because it's a lot better. So, Chief Justice, your favorite song, you spoke to it, but there's 4 verses that actually started off my speech, and it says, you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Those are the words that inspire people like me every day to make a change and a difference so that we can have a better South Africa for all and everyone. So these lyrics from one of Chief Justice Zondo's favorite songs could not express more accurately the way I feel tonight. And just as I'm honored to stand here and express my humble gratitude for the hard-won legacy of fairness and integrity he leaves behind, I know everyone here will be grateful that I read those words and didn't attempt to sing it earlier. So, I'm also not going to try in this short speech to encapsulate everything that Honorable Raymond Zondo has achieved throughout his life and distinguished career. But of the numerous highlights of his decades-long commitment to upholding the rule of law in South Africa, there are some which I personally believe were particularly transformative for our country. His service on 2 committees of the Goldstone Commission, which investigated violence in South Africa during the early 1990s. His appointment as a member of the Ministerial Task Team, whose draft Labour Relations Bill for post-apartheid South Africa was passed into Labour Relations Act of 1995. His appointment as the first chairman of the governing body of the Commission for Conciliation and Mediation and Arbitration. And of course, the role for which he is perhaps most respected and internationally acclaimed as chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into the allegations of state capture, corruption, fraud in the public sector. The fact that it quickly became known by its collegial name of the Zondo Commission is a testament to just how instrumental his efforts were to, in the words of our esteemed President Ramaphosa, rebuild our country in the wake of one of the most shameful periods in our democratic history. In recent weeks, many others have expressed their deep gratitude and respect for everything Chief Justice Zondo has done for the people of South Africa. He has been hailed as a beacon of wisdom and a man of unwavering integrity, honor and principle, who is both humble and courageous. Of course, the women in my life and the many wonderful women in my organization would not let me forget if I didn't also mention his reputation as a champion of gendered transformation and judicial education. In addition to actively protecting and promoting the rights of women and girls, his tireless commitment to encouraging more women to sit as acting judges or become judges led to many respected news publications referring to him as South Africa's feminist and anti-corruption Chief Justice. What a compliment is that? You're a man. And that, in my humble opinion, is not a bad legacy to leave behind, Honorable Justice. For me personally, as a fraud examiner and a forensic investigator who has been involved with numerous prominent public sector investigations during my last 20-year career. Your steadfast devotion to exposing the truth, relentlessly resolve to hold people to account, and tireless calls for greater transparency in all sectors of public service has been a constant inspiration. You have helped to restore my faith in the future of our beautiful country, showing me that it's infinitely possible for us to own up to our mistakes, take the necessary steps, and correct them, and to hold all those responsible account for any wrongdoing. You leave behind a legacy of excellence and reputation as one of the most respected legal figures in South Africa's history. I know I speak for all the good citizens of this country when I say to you, I will always have admiration and gratitude to you. As you step back to enjoy time with your family, who have selflessly supported you for so many years, I am honored to be one of the many who will continue, albeit in a far smaller way, to build on the foundations you have laid. I think our Honourable Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, Thembi Simelane, summed it up best when she said, "The nation thanks you for your service. The bench, the legal fraternity, and our country are all the richer for your contribution. Thank you."